Yo, it's DimiHard. Comment down below if you think that you can use your smartphone for filmmaking, and also comment down below if you don't think you can use your smartphone for filmmaking. And I don't talk about YouTube videos. I'm talking about actual films, short films, in the short films. And make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're into filmmaking and this kind of videos. I'm trying to learn, teach new filmmakers about filmmaking. Today I'm going to talk about an article I read, and it was very controversial, and I saw it in a Facebook group, and it was, I can't remember the article who wrote it, but it was a guy a filmmaker who said that he don't agree with people who says that you can film your films on a smartphone. He agrees that you can film YouTube videos, and when you just start out, you can use your smartphone to film if you can afford a decent camera, I think he wrote. And he said that he's tired of reading that, hearing about that he shouldn't use a red camera, an expensive camera to record his film on, because people always are saying that he should use his camera, his mobile phone. And I couldn't disagree with him more, because no one is saying that you should use your smartphone over a DSLR or a professional video camera. Not at all. What I and several others are saying, it wasn't meant for me personally, but it was in general he spoke. What I and several others, many others, are saying that is that if you only have a smartphone, use the smartphone. If you only have a, and this is my smartphone, a cheap smartphone, and if you don't have a DSLR, this is what I'm filming on now, then use that. If you have a smartphone and a DSLR, use the DSLR, because it's often better than the smartphone. If you have a DSLR and a smartphone and a professional video camera, then use the professional video camera, because that's the best camera you have. So use the best camera you have. And if it's a smartphone, then use your smartphone. He said that he deserves to use the camera he wants, and if he wants to use a lot of money on that, then he was in his rights to do that. And yeah, it is money, so of course. But what I'm saying is, and I think that he doesn't understand what we're trying to say, because what I'm saying is, if you as an indie filmmaker often have a very tight budget, you don't have millions or even hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of dollars to make a film, unless you're really lucky or have a rich dad. Then you often only have a handful of dollars, maybe $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, and then if you should go out and rent a red camera or a really expensive DSLR, then you would use at least half of your budget for 2 or 3 days of filming. And is it worth it to use half of your budget on a camera? Some may think yes. Personally, I don't think so. Me personally, I would rather use the money to hire, if it's possible, the perfect locations for my films. If it's a field, or if it's a airfield, or if it's a forest, or a house somewhere, or if I can close down a walking street, high street somewhere for a couple of hours and pay them $1,000, $2,000 to do that, so I can film there without being disturbed, then I would rather use money for that. I would also rather pay my actors a decent wage for their services. I don't believe in actors should work for free unless they're your friends and you really don't care about your film. Actors are people too, as you may know, and actors also have to pay their mortgage on the house, loan on the house, yes, and have to put food on the table. And it's not their project, it's mine, and so they don't feel as responsible for the project as I do, and that's very normal. They want to do a good job, but they don't have maybe not the passion, the soul in it as I do. So in order to inspire them to really put in their soul into the project, then I can pay them $200-300 a day, maybe. And I'd rather do that to maybe increase their performance by 30 or 50%, instead of getting an average performance from the actor. And I'd also rather use the money to get trained actors who has gone to acting school or is in acting school, rather than using my friends, because my friends cannot act. My friends are salesmen, they are craftsmen, and they are really good at their profession, but they are not actors. And I can't build a house, I'm not a craftsman, I'm not a bricklayer, so I'm not even gonna try that, try to do that. So yes, you can use half of your budget to rent a really good camera, but why not use what you have? Ask your friends, your network, if you can borrow or rent for very cheap a good DSLR, a Canon camera, a Sony, a Panasonic Lumix, a Fuji camera, or even if your friend or yourself have a, maybe not this one because this is rather crappy camera, smartphone camera, but an iPhone or a great Samsung or Huawei smartphone, use that and film your short film, your documentary, because you can do it. There's actually a good handful of films nowadays who has been filmed on smartphones. I think it's iPhones. You can Google it, and it's rather hard to see the difference between the quality of a smartphone, a good smartphone, and a decent DSLR. So you shouldn't put all of your money into a camera. Use it to if you write your own script, then maybe pay a good script writer to go through your script to see if the characters are relatable, to see if there's a storyline, to see if they can be improved in some way, and try to maybe use some of the money to market your film, because you maybe want to go to film festivals, to send your film to film festivals. It's not free. There's a $2 film festival. Shout out to you guys. You do an awesome job. There's the Rain Dance Film Festival, the LA Film Festival. There's a lot of film festivals, but all of them cost money, from almost nothing to a lot in entry fees. And if you also is going to go to the film festival, you have to pay for the tickets too. But what I'm saying is, of course your film deserves the best camera you can get, but is it really worth it to buy a red camera to record your film when a smartphone can do almost the same, or your DSLR, your friend's DSLR can do almost the same? Isn't it better to, instead of increasing the film's visual by 10%, from 90 to 100% in quality, isn't it better to increase your film's acting performance from your friends, which is at maybe at 5% performance level, to trained actors, medium trained actors to 60-70%, to get a perfect location, instead of recording your film, your new Harry Potter film, in a boring Danish Swedish, sorry, forest. Isn't it better to get the perfect location, maybe a small castle or a ruin of some sort? There's so much more who can affect the quality and the overall. God, it's itching. Sorry. There's so much more which can affect your film in a good way than a camera. So before you're going out to rent or buy an expensive camera, think about your camera. Think about if it's possible to increase the quality of your film in other ways. So of course, as the writer of the article wrote, of course he and you and I deserve the best camera we can get for our money, but I think it's more important to use your money where they do more good than on a camera. If you already have a decent camera, let me know what you think down in the comments. I would love to hear your comments as an actor, as an actress, as a cinematographer, as a filmmaker in general, into filmmaker, as a scriptwriter. What do you think? Or even if you're not into filmmaking, but just would love to watch films, can you live with okay quality in your picture, in your footage, and a really good audio, and then maybe instead of that really good picture, you maybe get a really good acting performance, an outstanding acting performance instead. Let me know down in the comments.